Have you ever woke up and remembered your dream? Have you ever wished that you could have been a part of it instead of just remembering it? That, my friends, is becoming lucid in your dreams. Here are 3 easy steps on how to become lucid in your dreams. Hello. I've been lucid dreaming all my life. Well, since I can remember, which is about 4 years old. I wasn't a pro at 4 years old by any means. I still don't really consider myself a pro, although I kind of do. At 4 years old, I couldn't tell if my dreams were reality or dreams or what was going on. All I knew was when I went to bed, oh boy, here it came. So, I've got my little dream character here to help me out. We'll be discussing that in a minute. But one of the things that I've been asked over and over again, I've actually been asked a lot of questions, but one main question is, how do you lucid dream? So, I always tell people, I don't know, I just do it. Now I thought I would have tried to explain. Keep in mind, there's a lot of science to a lot of this stuff. As brief as I'm going to hit some of these points, you're going to have to look some of it up because I'm not the person to explain it all. I don't have enough on my SD card to explain it all. What I am going to explain briefly is I've got a 3-step method. Okay, here it goes. We'll make it easy. We'll break it down for everybody. Everyone can lucid dream after this. So here we go. Step 1. Fall asleep. Very straightforward. Oops. There we go. Step 2. Sleep. Sleep. Step 3. Wake up. Any questions? Of course you have questions. I mean, ridiculous, right? Alright, let's go back to step 1. First question we have to ask is, fall asleep? What does that mean? Well, everybody falls asleep different. So everybody has to fall asleep in order to dream. Well, okay. We can argue daydreaming and all sorts of other stuff. But for lucid dreaming right now, for the simple fact of going to sleep and dreaming and being aware of your dream and then waking up and coming back to your regular world, that's what we're talking about. I'm not going to try to get into all the deeper stuff right now. Like I say, I don't have time on my SD card. We're already 3 minutes. So, fall asleep. Everybody falls asleep different. So what you have to look at first, if I were to be asked this question, I would say, okay, first of all, how do you fall asleep? Okay? Well, I don't know. Do you fall asleep fast? You know what I mean? Do you fall asleep slow? Can I even spell? Let's see. When you fall asleep, do you go through a hypnagogic state? Okay. Okay, if you do, or even any of this, are you aware of any of it? I mean, okay, now you have to answer these. Yes, no, yes, no. Whoops, yes, no, yes, no, or whatever. Okay, so, and here's one I didn't even think of. When do you go to sleep? Well, or is that a factor? Is it a factor? Yes or no? Okay, well, now once you start answering these, then you start saying, well, you look at this and you answer these and that'll get you where the problem is, okay? Why you're not lucid dreaming. First of all, you're falling to sleep too fast? Well, we'll just say yes, okay? Let's say you fall asleep, you hit the pillow, boom, you're out. So slow would be no. Do you go through a hypnagogic state? Probably not if you're going to sleep fast. You might hit a little bit of one. That's, some people know that they're going through this, some people don't. So we'll just say you can have it. I don't know, but we'll say I don't know. Aware, probably not. You hit the pillow and you're sleeping. When? That may not be a factor. Maybe wind might make slow, but is that a factor? We'll just say no. Keep it simple. So that gives us the problem. What is the problem? Well, I don't know. One thing is you're not aware, so you need to become aware. So not aware, right? Not lucid. Of course, that's the main problem. Falling asleep too fast. What might you need to do? Come up with the method to fall asleep better, or something like that. A method for slower or whatever. So anyways, what then you come down here, you could go on and on and on and on. I mean, you have to understand, or on and on and on and on, whatever. But you come down here and then you'll get the solution, okay? Well, what is the solution? Well, let's look at some options. Let's not look at options. Everybody's different, okay? We'll look at options here in a minute. But the solution is going to be here. Let's go to sleep, or the step 2, sleep. Again, everybody's different, so you got to look at how. How do you sleep? Are you sleeping in silence? I don't know. Are you confused sometimes? If there's anything in your sleeping, are you? Let's see. Are you aware of any of your dreams? Of anything? Aware of anything? Gotta have any awareness? Do you have multiple dreams? Many dreams throughout the night, and you may or may not remember, but you might remember one, or you might not remember. In between, you might remember the last one. Things like that. And then how long do you sleep? Things that, are you getting interrupted, or are you sleeping through the night? Are you sleeping 4 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes? Things like that. It's going to affect it. So again, you come over here and you start answering these questions: yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, and you will look and figure out what your problem is. Depends on what it is. Do you need more sleep? Do you need less interruptions, or whatever? And then you figure all of that stuff, and you come down here to your solution again, and there it is. Okay, so boom. All right, waking up. Everybody wakes up different too, right? So again, you have to ask how. How do you wake up? Are you waking up fast? Are you waking up slow? Do you wake up multiple times? With the snooze. We all love that button. I don't know. Do you wake up with an alarm or natural? Do you set this? Do you set either one of those? Do you set your natural way to wake up, or with an alarm? Do you remember anything? When you wake up. Again, you answer these. You come over here. You figure the problem. And then you figure that out. You come down here, solution, and then there you go. So, falling asleep. What's the solution to falling asleep? Right here, okay? Right there. Wild. Wake-induced lucid dream. There's your solution. There you go. What that means is when you go to sleep, you basically go from your conscious mind to your sleep mind. You just whoosh, and boom, you're lucid. You go from conscious to sleep, and you're lucid. Boom, all the way. Okay. Oh, whoops! You're not supposed to see that stuff. You're supposed to think this was the only one. No, that's not the only one. Look, there's another way. We have the mild, the mnemonic induced lucid dream. From my understanding, what this one is you have to think, I'm going to dream tonight, and when I dream tonight, I need to become lucid. So you go from your conscious mind into your sleep, and then when you dream, you think I'm going to be lucid, and boom, there you go. Okay, that's kind of what I've gathered. Now a lot of these overlap. Okay, here's your dream-induced lucid dream. You know, you go your conscious mind, you go to sleep, you go to dream, and you may not be thinking about it. See, it's different now. It's almost the same, but it's different. You might not think about this, but all of a sudden your dream, something happens in your dream, and boom. Okay, that's your dream-induced one. Your finger-induced. I guess you got to move your finger. I don't know. You got to move your finger somehow. And tap it or something, or use, I don't know. That one's weird. It's basically a rhythmic type of thing that you do with your finger to put you in meditation type trance state. I guess. Here's another one. Your visual induced lucid dream. This one you think about. You're gonna think about what you're gonna dream about, and you're gonna basically visualize it. You're gonna visualize what you're gonna do, who's gonna be there, what's happening, what's said, where, and all that stuff. All that good stuff. All right, here's your next one. This one is a favorite one for a lot of people. Wake back to bed. So you're going along and you're sleeping. Okay, you're sleeping, and then all of a sudden you wake up. Okay, and then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden. So you stay up for a little bit, a period of time. Then you go back to sleep. And when you hit your dream, that's when you hit your lucidness. You be aware, okay? Now, here's another one. The lucid-induced lucid dream. From what I understand from this one is when you go to sleep and you dream, and something lucid in your dream from before that you've already known about, I guess, makes you lucid, and boom, there you go, there's your lucid. Here's another one. Your cycle adjustment technique. What that is you sleep at a certain time, and you sleep for a certain amount of time, like say 5 hours, and then 90 minutes before your 5 hours is up, at 3.5 hours you wake up, and then you do whatever, but you do reality checks throughout that time, every so often, like 2.5 minutes or whatever. You do that for a certain amount of time, and then what you do is you alternate. You sleep the full 5 hours and on one night, or one day, one night, and then the next night is that. What that does is it's supposed to train your brain to, during this period, to start doing reality checks automatically, and then you'll find your dream there. Counting, you hear the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, or whatever you want to add to that. Same with this. You're gonna say, well, 1, I'm gonna dream, or whatever, or I'm gonna be aware, or something. You say 2, and then whatever you're gonna say, and then 3, and then whatever you're gonna say, and stuff. And then until you fall asleep. Again, rhythm, meditation. Here's one. I like this one myself. This is one of my favorite ones. Is the hypnagogic imagery. Hypnagogic imagery. What that one is your brain is gonna send patterns. I don't think that looks like a brain. It's gonna send images and stuff into your brain, your conscious brain to your unconscious, or your unconscious to your conscious brain, and then you basically go into your dream that way. Eyelid patterns. This one's an interesting one. I guess it uses the wake back to bed method. And when you wake up, you're sleeping. You're sleeping, and you wake up, and then when you go back to sleep again, you start doing your eyes, looking for patterns and stuff, and then you start to dream, and then that's what'll get you into it. It's a little bit more detailed than that one, I guess. Okay, here you go. Chakra meditation, or the third eye, the pineal gland. You basically just focus on that third eye, and there you go. You open that eye. Okay, auto suggestion. This one, it's kind of like the same as the mnemonic one. You're basically gonna go to sleep, and when you dream, somehow you before or after you're gonna think. Here's the night thinking thing. You're gonna think that you might dream sometime. You know, I'm gonna be aware. Okay, it's not quite specific as this one, where you think about it and you think about it through here, and you think about it through here, and you think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it next time, and then boom, here it is, and that's where it is. This one down here is more of a not an aggressive, but a passive approach to it. You know, more of a reactive. That's what I'm trying to think of. Okay, here, slight discomfort. You know, some people like to sleep on a pillow. You know, or whatever. That don't look like a pillow. But then some people will sleep on the floor. You know, or some people will stack up pillows on their bed so that they're, you know, sleeping at an angle or something like that. You know, and so if you make yourself have a little bit of discomfort, then you'll have some consciousness. All right, here's another one. Conscious brain stimulation. This one again works like the wake back to bed method up here. And but what it does is, I guess there's a part of the brain that you have to consciously focus on while you go back to sleep. It's the dorsal lateral prefrontal cortex, I believe is how it's pronounced. Anyways, that's the part of the brain that's up here, I guess. You focus on that when you go back to bed. We're supposed to work. Oh, yes, here we go. This is my method. This is, everybody's got all these little methods they claim. This is mine, the eye booger method. Okay? When you wake up, okay, and you're tired, okay, and you got these eye boogers, okay, and you got them over here on this side, okay, leave them in, okay, leave those eye burgers in. They're going to close your eyes back up for you. You start washing the eye burgers out of your eyes, you're going to feel refreshed. Your brain's going to wake up. These keep your dreams in your head, okay? Eye booger method. That's me. I did that. So, all right. We're already at 17 minutes, so let's hurry this along. I'm telling you. All right, how about this? Incubating your dreams. You're going to do that? Huh? You're gonna basically say what you're gonna dream about. You're gonna make your dream up and you know, do the subject and everything and all that. Okay, you chain your dreams. This is basically, you dream, you wake up, you go back to sleep, you dream, and it's the same one together. You wake up, you know what I mean, and you dream, and it's the same one. I like that one myself. That's another one I like. The sound method. Those of you with tinnitus, I guess you can use that as a meditation type of a way. Not recommended. White and black dot method. I don't know. I read this somewhere. I don't know what it is. You focus on a white dot, and then the black dot, you have to use the white dot and then use the black dot to do. I don't know. Binaural beats. Yeah. You know, those are you know, something that we all love. Music and stuff and beats and frequencies. That's not just music. There's a lot of science into that. Sleep masks, you know, if you wanna wear a sleep mask, you know, feel free. You know, it might help you. Okay, this we'll have to come back to, but when you do fall asleep, you know, should we come back to this? Yeah, because well, here we go. We'll just bust through this. Sleep paralysis. Okay, you got astral projection, sleep paralysis, and out of body experience. When you're falling asleep, people tend to experience these. If you understand that you're at this point in a dream and you're not quite fully lucid, then you'll be fine. Okay, another thing about falling asleep. What's your sleep schedule like, you know? What's your sleep length, your sleep environment, how many interruptions? A lot of stuff. There's your solution. You figure it out for your own self. Let's go to the next one, sleep. Okay, while you're sleeping, let's go back to this one where you need to figure out something. Do you have dream signs? You know, do you have something in your dreams that you have figured out that tells you, you know, that you're dreaming? And is this something that tells you, all right, wait a minute, is this right? And then that will lead you to a reality check. A lot of people will put a finger through or something through their hand or something, or look at their fingers and you got more or something, or whatever. Look at the time, and the time is that time, and then look at the time, and then it's this time, or look at the time, and then you get this time or something. Anyways, do you keep a dream journal when you wake up, of all your stuff while you're sleeping? Do you record it, It's just, I should do the record button, huh? You probably won't understand that. All right, dream characters. Do you have dream characters? Do you see them? Who are they? Where did they come from? There's a lot on that I can speak about, but I won't. Okay, now while you're sleeping, I thought we were done, huh? There's a lot of factors that come into your sleeping. What's your diet like? What's your exercise like? What's your health like? Are you stressed? How are your friends, and how are they affecting your life, your family, your attitude, your work? All these factors are going to affect your sleeping. So, if I don't know what those factors are, I cannot answer. You have to know that. Other sleep disorders. Everybody tends to forget that when you go to sleep, you may have a sleeping disorder. It may not even be diagnosed. Here's a couple. Sleep apnea, snoring. Oh, breathing while you're sleeping, that's not fun for some people. Narcolepsy, being tired all the time, falling asleep. Here you go, delayed sleep-wake phase disorder. That's where your circadian cycle's off and you can't seem to fall asleep when everybody else is. Another one of these that goes along with that is insomnia, where you can't stay asleep or you can't fall asleep. Fun one of this, REM behavior disorder. This one, very interested in something of mine that I'm interested in is this is where you basically act out your dreams. Fun stuff, but not for the people that are doing it. Sleepwalking and talking, some of these overlap. Bedwetting, restless leg syndrome, teeth grinding. All these sleep disorders are going to add or take away from your sleeping. Okay. Another thing is, who controls the dream? Does your conscious mind control it? Your CCLD dreams, or you have the UCLD dreams, unconscious control? My take is when you go to sleep, you should let your conscious mind relax because your unconscious mind has it anyways. Plus, if you really want to get the information out of your head, let your unconscious mind control things and have your conscious mind sit back and watch things. I'm almost out of time here, so reality check. I have 3. I go to sleep. I wake up. And if that doesn't work, I'll run into walls. Okay? One more thing. False awakenings. When your dream is too real, and you wake up one or more times, it can be very confusing. It can be very scary. No, it's not dangerous. Not dangerous at all. Okay? Or is it? You wake up and you think you're doing stuff and you're not. And then you wake up again and you think you're doing stuff and you're not. So, let me wrap it up here. My personal recommendation, first of all, find out what works for your situation, okay? Everybody's different, okay? Talk to other people, all right? Other people have knowledge. Other people have been doing this for decades. Don't be deceived. There's a lot of confused people out there because of their different levels of experience, okay? Don't try too hard. Focus, but don't focus, Go away from it every once in a while if you have to. Come back to it. Practice. You have your whole life to practice every night. Strive to understand yourself. It's all about the conscious and the unconscious mind communicating with each other. Okay? Don't give up. It can be very frustrating at times to think that you're doing something and you don't, and you go to sleep and you wake up and nothing. It will happen. All right? And last but not least, everybody, good night and lucid dreams. Thanks for watching. For more topics, please visit my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/mylucidlife.